Madness.
Join us for 4 weeks of celebrating 4 years of crafting, only on HobbyMaker. Hi everyone, good afternoon. It's our turn. It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, which means it's HobbyMaker time, and we are continuing our 4th birthday celebrations. Hope you're enjoying the shows. A whole month of birthday.
Marvellous.
Isn't it great?
Absolutely marvellous.
And you're taking part in it today?
I am. I'm pleased to be here.
We're glad to have you. Barbara's here. We've got a 2-hour masterclass with Barbara. We do this once a month with you, don't we?
We do indeed, yeah.
Which is fab. So let's show you what's coming up for the rest of the day then. I'm with you until 5 o'clock, then Hayley's here after that. So Clarity with Barbara for a couple of hours. Get involved in the show, message in, say hi. Any questions you've got for Barbara, of course, we can answer them for you for a whole 2-hour section. Honeydew, Amanda is back with some brand new items and some back-in-stock items as well that you've not seen for about a year at 3 o'clock. Sentimentally Yours, Phil is here. All the guests are in today, 4 o'clock, Sentimentally Yours. We've got the colour coordinates pad system, which is brand new, and a brand new complete collection as well. More from Honeydew at 5, more from Sentimentally Yours at 6, Carnation at 7, and Amy Dobb with her fabulous USBs for your brother scan and cut or other cutting machines at 8 o'clock tonight. Now, of course, if you buy anything from us this week, you'll automatically go into a draw. That's on the website, it's on the TV. However you buy, whatever you buy, puts you in a draw. You could win yourself a fantastic bundle of goodies from some of our suppliers. You've got Andy Skinner stamps in the bundle. You've got bits and pieces from Sizzix. You've got a Deflecto backpack. I mean, that is a big bundle. Just by buying something from us, you could win that, and we'll announce the winner of that on Monday next week, OK? And if you want to get in touch with the show, you can message in via the website or via the app. You can order on the phones, the app and the website, of course, as well. And when you see what Barbara's got for you this afternoon, you could probably want all of it, to be honest with you. Now, the first one we've got for you is this one just here. Now, this is a bird theme, and there's an unmistakable kind of nod to Japan in this show, isn't there?
Well, at Clarity, March is Japan month.
Right.
So the entire month, as it's your birthday, we're celebrating Japan in all its culture and its art forms. And so what we've brought today is a real nod to Japan, as you say.
So what you've got here are Clarity stamps, and of course they are so famous for the stamps. You were the first person to bring out clear stamps, weren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Wow.
33 years ago, in fact.
And what you can do with these stamps, they're unlike any other stamps that you'll have in your collection, because they can do so many different things. You always get a mask with the stamp as well, so that's included. And to go with those circular stamps that you can see with the lovely bird theme, you've also got your stencils as well. Now, it's the first deal of the afternoon, so let's get a clock on the screen, and let's give you 30 seconds to put this into your basket. It should be $69.72. It's called the Dream and Songbirds overlay stamps, and of course there's going to be loads of inspiration how to use them, how to get the most out of them with Barbara in the next couple of hours.
And you know, if you do invest in the bundle, you're looking at the stencils right now. They've got a really clever little twist to them.
Right.
Like, we're always evolving, trying to improve our own products, and we make everything in-house.
Yeah, you do.
In Kent, including the stencils. And when we get to the stencil demonstration, you'll see that the stencils are actually like 2-in-1.
Right.
And I just want to mention that you know, like in the Groovy system, you've got the plate mate, Dave. Mm-hmm. So the outer end, the outer of the stencil is like a mate.
Right.
It holds the stencil in place while you're working.
Excellent.
So it's, you know, it's very cool.
Now, we've got some boards to show you quickly. Have you seen what's happened to the price? You know, you asked us whether it's going to be on split pay.
Yes.
And we said yes, and
yes.
we thought 2.
Yes.
It's on 3.
Marvellous.
3-way split pay. Interest-free, so you can divide the cost into 3 and pay 1 payment today, 1 in a month's time and 1 in 2 months' time. It's just £19.80 over 2 months, over 3 payments. So this is the first one that you can see. Absolutely beautiful detail.
Lovebird.
Gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, so we've got a lovebird, a dreambird and a songbird. This is the dreambird and that's the songbird. Mm-hmm. And you can see I drew these myself, and they are what we call a 2-way overlay. because the image that you're looking at, the prints, the dark stamp is like the negative of the positive above.
Right.
So you can use it independently. I'll be showing you more later. But you can also use it as an instant colour-inner or a glazing opportunity. So they're very interesting and playful to use.
This is the clarity difference. You're getting 52 stamps and 3 masks, along with your stencils, of course, as well, if you buy the bundle. Already we've got lots of you coming in. Gloria, Linda, brand new crafters coming through on the phones as well and on the app. So the whole lot is £10 off, £10 in your pocket, not in ours, $59.72, and it's on 3-way split pay. I've got some finished cards to show you too. Because
this is when it really brings it to life. The samples from our clever design team are quite magnificent. You can see here, with clever use of the masks and the infill stamps, you can just create the most beautiful, and not screaming Japan,
no.
You know, but we also have another stamp on the show. It is very less is more, very considered art, and that's really what Japanese is all about.
It's incredibly sophisticated.
It is, and it's very elegant. The stencil here, you can see how it sits perfectly around the outside. They're all interchangeable as well, so you can take any one of the stencils or the stamps, and they work. They're all completely beautifully sized.
And you're one of only a few people that I know of that ever really think about giving a companion mask alongside the stamp. And that's such a good idea.
We're the only people that give you made-to-measure, precision-cut, they're kiss-cut masks, reusable, which is absolutely fantastic for layering. You know, back in the day, we used to cut the masks out of Post-its, and now we provide you with the masks if we think
it's a really nice touch.
These round masks, for example, round is very difficult to cut unless you're die cutting it. So we're providing you with the round mask that fits perfectly.
I love it. So again, everything you need to make amazing cards, amazing artwork in this bundle. We're going to get to this later in the show for the demonstration, but we thought we'd show it to you now. Yes. It's only been seen once. You did something on your own Clarity channel.
That's right. We just had one little airing just to introduce it in Japan March.
Yep.
And then we thought we'd bring it to the big telly.
Big telly, and it's here. The big telly, absolutely. And already 10% of the stock is in baskets and checking out at this moment. So what I would do, the best way of shopping with us, in my opinion, is to buy it when you know you like it, and then sit down with a cuppa and watch the demonstrations throughout the 2 hours, OK? $59.72, that is QR1G03. That's your item number if you want to go for that collection. And similar but totally different is the next collection that we'll get to in the show as well. Now, this one is your flowers and butterflies.
Beautiful. So these are the original, very Japanese as well. These are the same format, the same look. So the interchangeability just grew by another 3 stamps. Yep. So the stencils are the same format. You can see here, in actual fact, when you look at the stencils on the screen at the moment, you'll see the outer solid is a stencil, the inner frame is a stencil, and then you can see you've also got the mask on the inside. So there are 3 parts to the stencil.
Love it.
And I will show you, it really works brilliantly.
And of course, that set will work brilliantly well with the other set.
Yeah, so the
interchangeable.
interchangeability really kicks in here.
Now look at the detail. Who doesn't love birds and butterflies? That's what you've got here. Gorgeous. And again, a beautiful nod to Japan. Maybe you love that part of the world. Maybe you love the culture. Maybe you love the scenery, the fashion, all that sort of thing as well. But butterflies, you can't lose with. You really cannot lose with.
For every occasion.
Exactly, for every occasion. And we've got the same deal on this for you. £59.72. Again, on 3-way split pay. It shouldn't be. Cat in the office this afternoon decided, yeah, go on then, you can have 3-way split pay, not on 2. So there we go. And the detail in them, again, hand-sketched originally by Barbara. Barbara allows you to make and sell.
Of course, we're an angel company. You have our blessing. If you can make some return on your investment, then brilliant.
Absolutely. Everybody's happy. Barbara's happy. You're happy. And the people who buy your cards will be over the moon as well. Or maybe you just give them to family and friends and just craft for your own personal pleasure. Look at the detail in these fantastic stencils as well. They are totally usable. Absolutely. Totally usable with the previous collection we showed you a few minutes ago. So if you're going for both of them, nearly half the stock of the birds and butterflies is in baskets.
I'm not surprised. And I know I keep going on about the stencils. The stamps are award-winning. We've always won awards for their quality, but I can't impress on you enough what brilliant quality the stencils are too.
Absolutely. And the masks as well, they're totally reusable. They're not a one-trick pony. But look at the finished cards. Linda Spencer has done this one. You've got a great design team too.
The best.
The best.
And they've been with us for years. Dee Paramore, you can see that the stamps just work beautifully on their own, in unison. The butterflies sit alone. I'll show you lots of little tricks and tips. Jane Telford, lovely panel work.
Well, a quarter of the stock is confirmed and checked out already. The other 25% of stock is in the baskets right now. Please don't miss out on these. Very busy indeed already, JO1G42. And although this is obviously a Japan link, it's also very much a nod to spring as well.
It is, new beginnings, absolutely.
And we've got nice weather today, at least it's bright and sunny anyway. Hopefully it is where you are. £59.72 then, JO1G42. Demos incoming with all of what we're showing you, so order them first and then enjoy the demo throughout the next couple of hours. Now, the other thing that we want to show you are dragonflies and branches and twigs. Now, you may think to yourself, why do I need that?
Oh, you do.
This is going to be the first demonstration from Barbara in a second or so. I've got the boards here, but you can see you've got 3 stamp sets and you've got the beautiful printed Elements Earth cardstock. Now, again, you've designed that, haven't you?
Yes, we did. And so the Earth, we'll go through it in detail. And at first glance, you know, you just have to look at the card to when you stamp these twigs and branches onto the card and you embrace that less is more, you'll be blown away how easily achievable beautiful artwork is. I'll show you in the first demo how to use these branches, twigs and sprigs in conjunction with the dragonflies or damselflies.
If you buy the bundle, we've got it at £53.46. It's also on split pay for you. But if you do buy the bundle, we're actually giving you the Earth Elements absolutely free. The printed cardstock is a freebie. You're not paying for that at all if you go for the bundle. But when I show you these boards that Barbara and Paul have done for you, there you've got your beautiful dragonflies, also some sentiments there as well. Peace, love and understanding. Everything will be okay is the other verse that's there too. I love the effect. It's almost like a distressed effect.
It is. When I drew these, I did it all with pointillism. So it's dot, 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 dot.
Right.
Everything is constructed with dots. And it gives it that really organic, natural look, which is a really easy stamp to stamp because if you miss a little bit, it was a branch and there was only dots anyway. So you can either fill in the dots or leave them, but it gets you a really beautiful atmospheric background.
I think you're going to be surprised just how often you're going to reach for these and how often you're going to use them. They'll become a staple that you'll rely on again and again and again for building up atmosphere, for building up scenes, telling stories. £17.42 is your first split payment if you want to spread the cost interest-free, and it's interest-free and fee-free, remember. And the phone call's free. If you've never shopped with us before, give the call centre a call. They'll set an account up for you, or you can do it yourself on the website or the app. It doesn't matter. £53.46, though, for all of those stamps. And look at these Element Earth papers.
Top quality, beautifully printed, digitally printed, and you can see that there is white space. Again, it's a nod to Japan. The white areas are what you will reach for. So it's beautiful artwork. I'm going to use just one piece of card to show you 2 different demos. There are 2 different earthy feels here. One is all the sepias, the beiges, the browns, and in a minute you're just about to move into the realm of the greens and the sages and the creams.
And do you know what?
Very, very lovely.
All of this has been done by Barbara for you. She's done all the creating for you. You don't have to get messy. You don't have to invest in lots of different inks and that sort of thing. 20% now of this bundle has also checked out. Lots more coming through, putting it in their baskets.
There are 16 designs.
Yep.
And 1 of each.
Okay.
So you get 16 in each pack.
Are they A5?
They are A5.
A5,
they
fantastic.
Are.
And they come with the stamps, but they are absolutely free. If you buy the bundle of the 3 stamp sets, you'll get the Elements Earth cardstock for free, OK? OF1G76. Right, now, first demo will be with the dragonflies.
It is.
Shall I come over with you?
I'm taking these with me.
OK, let's go for a wander. Now, as we're using things during the show, we will put up the details, so keep your eyes peeled on the screen because you're going to see all the details of what we're using tool-wise and cardstock-wise and what have you. So, demo 1 is with the twigs, yeah?
Demo 1 is with the branches, twigs and dragonflies.
Okay, fantastic.
So I thought perhaps we could look at the overhead and we can run on 2, and now you'll see it in context and you'll understand just how glorious they are.
Perfect.
So you can see here, this is just one piece of the card. And if I break this down for you, I've taken one piece and I've cut it into 2. So this piece is that.
And these
this
designs
piece
on
is
the
that.
card, Barbara, when you look at them, you see different things each time you look at them.
Every time, every time. But you can see the background, it's that simple. And all I've done is just taken these two pieces, like that, and then split them up and made two beautiful pieces of artwork out of it.
I love the style of your cards. Very simple, very elegant. Yeah.
I really do. So this is the larger piece. I'm going to show you the moon. Now, let me just flag up. We put together a double pack because moons are instrumental in setting the scene here. So the moon needs to go in first. So we put together a little double pack here. This is the product code, AN1G61.
You're very good putting that on there for us. Makes life a lot easier.
But what's brilliant is you've got the large moons and then you've also got the mini moon. So for smaller make and takes, perfect.
And by the way, these are the same material that the masks that come with the circular stamps are made from too,
That's exactly right. So I'm going to show you how to make the moon in the background. Then I'll show you the other thing that we're going to use. Let me just bring this in first. Right, because we're using the long branches and twigs, can I suggest that if you're going to invest in these stamps, that you treat yourself to this set of this mega mount set, because this 5-inch by 7-inch mount is perfect because you don't, I'll show you in a moment, you lay up the composition, you don't just do one branch at a time, you do most of them at the same time. Because they're so thin and delicate, when you do more than one at the same time, they give each other stability.
Now, the mega mounts are on the screen. You do get 3 sizes. You get the 5x7, you get the 4x4, and the 6x2.5 inches. And they're really nice and thin and nice and light. They're not like clumpy acrylic blocks that can be really awkward to stamp with. And, of course, they're completely clear, so you can see exactly what you're doing. They're the ones you get for £16.99, TJ1G68.
They are fabulous.
Yeah.
We'll get to those in a minute.
All right.
So what I thought I would do, because there's a little bit of a process, the first thing that needs to go down is the moon. You have to put the moon down in the background first and then stamp the twigs over the top and branches. Otherwise, it would look a bit weird if the moon suddenly were in front.
Got you.
So the thing about the masks as well is that they have an innie and an outie. So, for example, they already come in sections.
So they're not paper, they're like a plastic material.
They're like a reusable plastic.
Okay.
You can use them again and again. So say, for example, I want to pop I'm going to try for this moon here.
Okay, great.
Right, so if I want it to be white, I've done a little bit of testing on this. Let's just say I want it to be about, I don't know, about there. Okay, let's put it there. Now, I did a little bit of testing on different colours, and what I found worked really well was acrylic paint. But then I realised, and this is, I'm just getting to this, I'm sure you sell these on your website.
Posca pens. Yeah, we do.
So this is like an acrylic pen. So it's already diluted. Because I was using acrylic paint, I was adding water to it, and I thought, well, hang on a minute.
Right.
I could do better than that. So what I want to show you is this fat pen. It's like, look, I'll show you if I put it on my mix mat. Let's do it on my mix mat so you can see it better. I'm going to make like a puddle. You know, like you use the pen to make a puddle. So let's just get it going. And then what will happen is, when I do this, I'm just setting the scene. So I tried several ways of doing this. You can also put it on here. Let's put it on here now. Right, and then I'll
drag it in.
I'm going to drag it in with my finger.
With your finger, OK.
Yeah, because I tried it with a sponge, OK, and when I did it with a sponge, the funniest thing happened. It all soaked away. It was like you couldn't see it.
It would do, would it?
Yeah. And because you can see here, because the paper has got that fantastic mottled effect, what you'll find is as the layer dries, the next layer, give it a minute, the next layer will sit on top. And if you're using your fingers just to run it through like this, you just pick it up off here, you can run it straight onto the, you see.
Well, your fingers aren't going to absorb the colour.
No, but
like
when I used the sponge, I did that, and when I went to that, it was all in the sponge, it was gone.
Yeah.
So let that dry for a moment. In the meantime, while that's drying, let me put a drop shadow around that side. So let me take old paper. You've got all these ink pads on your website.
Distress oxide.
Distress oxides, great colours. We're going to use more of these. Let's take old paper, because that will give you a bit more depth of the same.
Now, the moon masks, lots of you liking these. You get 2 sets, the smaller moons and the larger ones. 10% of the entire stock of that's checked out already.
So you see how, I'll show you in a moment, when you lift this off, the most important thing is, right, so I've put a little bit of colour on that. You can see that, I hope.
Yeah.
Now I'm going to turn spot-on sponges. These are, honestly, you've got to treat yourself to these. I've tried different ones. Yeah, you get all 4 packs of these. Can I just say, IW1G94?
Absolutely.
Right, you get 4 packs of these. I've tried different ones because, you know, they are basically glorified makeup sponges.
Yeah.
But the difference between these are polyurethane. There's no comparison. When they pick up, they're just fantastic.
And they're pre-cut into wedges.
They're pre-cut into these wedges, but also, see, I'm putting the ink on the mask, and then I'm sweeping it in, and I'm lifting off before I actually get into the moon. Do you see?
Yeah.
And you'll see in a minute, you get a fantastic colour. Now, I can use this again and again and again.
You're going to get 64 of those wedges as well, so that's more than enough for all the colours that you've got in your ink pads,
In the
I'm sure.
meantime, yeah, I know, they are marvellous. Let me put a bit more of this down. Let's see if we can get a bit more white. White is the bane of most crafters' lives. It's like, how do you get white stars? How do you... I have to say, I think that the Posca pens get the prize for whiteness, for opacity, unless you start going into the realm of proper acrylic paint. Now let's have a look at this. See if we've got it going yet. It just needs a little bit more, but you get the picture.
Yeah.
So I need a little bit more white on that.
It didn't look like you put much down at all, but it really stands out.
But one more layer of white, and that one will be good.
Okay.
So what I can show you is here's one I did earlier, so you can see what I'm going for.
Love it.
Right. That's where I'm headed. So we'll just pop that to one side. Let's say we're going to let that dry.
Mm-hmm.
Now, that's the mask, and you can see the different... You've got small masks, but in the pack that Paul put together for us, you've got the mini moons as well.
Mm-hmm.
Great for...
For £6.50, that's going to be a set of masks you're going to be using again and again and again. You've got the half moons in there as well, so...
OK, so that was the trick with the masks that I wanted to show you. So let's go to... Now we're going to mount the stamps.
OK.
Right, so let's have a look at let's go to the stamps. And we're going to use those big handles.
Yep, the mega mounts. So that's the 7x5 one that we're going to use. And you can see you've got registration lines on the plates as well. So you can see exactly where the centre of the plate is to line your stamp up squarely.
That's right. You can see that, can't you?
Yeah.
Hasn't got a right.
A bit like a Union Jack.
That's right. So now we can look at these. We can look at the different sets. If you look at them in black and white, you can really see what you're actually looking at.
Mm-hmm.
So let's warm this up by taking a look at this one so that you get where these lines are coming from. And you can see that this one here, let's start with a simple one. This one here is this one here.
Yep.
And this one here on a bend is that one there. Because they bend.
You can actually bend the stamp.
Oh, you can make a wreath if you wanted to. Yeah, wow. They just... And because they're clarity quality, they just ping back.
Right.
So you've got a real good opportunity there.
Again, you'll use these so often, you really will.
You really will. I'm in love with these stamps.
They're so atmospheric as well, aren't they? The sort of image it creates.
It's crazy good. And when you think about it, it's just a few twigs and a couple of birds, you know, like one bird perched cleverly right in front of the moon.
Less is more.
Speaks volumes.
Yeah.
It's so Japan, isn't it?
I've never been to Japan, have you?
No, but I do. I want to go so badly. Now, where did I just put those big... Right, they're underneath. So if I pop that on there, and then I'm just going to take my mount, and I'm going to... Obviously, it's going to be back to front. So if I pop it down like I'd want to see it, let's do that.
40% of the branches on the twigs has gone, with the Elements Earth cardstock as well.
So let's just take the piece of card that I want to use,
okay.
Right? And then I'm going to put it down, facing down, stamping face down, just as I want to see it on there. So I'm going to take that one, and then this one here, but I'm going to bend it over a little bit. I can do that on the mount in a minute, right? So I've got that. That's exactly what I want it to be like, okay? So you can see that's exactly it, isn't it?
Love it.
Right. So it's that simple. And then I'm just going to pick up both of them like that. That's it. Now, if I want to bend this one over a little bit, I can just... It clings by itself, right? So you can move that over. You can... These are so flexible. But the good thing is that they always go back to where you want them to be.
And, you know, you can use them vertically, horizontally, diagonally, branches.
Oh, yeah.
Any direction.
That's exactly right. You know, that's well, yeah, I'm glad you pointed that out, because they work beautifully coming in, you know. Very much
vertically, they could be like bulrushes and that sort of thing, couldn't they?
Exactly. And each set comes with birds and leaves and flowers. So, yeah, very lovely to use.
Do you know what I love about Clarity? I mean, the name of your company suggests it. Art doesn't have to be complicated or difficult. It can be quite minimal and very effective, can't it?
What I'm using here is a small set of archivals.
Okay. Just
little brown, one, not black. I'm using a brown and a light brown.
Would black be too harsh?
Well, I'm in this phase at the moment where I feel, yeah, I mean, you could use black, but grey would be better. Do you know? Softer.
Yeah.
So we're just stamping this in. I've got a bit of card underneath, so I'm not stamping onto the table. But you can see this tiny little delicate one here is being supported by that. So when I lift this off now, it's really like faded and atmospheric. Yes, exactly that. But I can take that same stamp set there, and I can take, for example, I just want to show you, you can take another kind of card, like one of these. Let's take that one. And this is coming from the toppers and tags, like the backdrop prints, which you've also got on the show. I just want to show you that you could take the same set and use any one of these, like this set here. You can stamp the same branches onto there, and let me go again. It's
a totally different sort of image and atmosphere that's created by using these. Now, you are going to get two different sizes. You're going to get 21 2.5 by 3 inch tags, and then you're also going to get, how many of the larger ones do you get? You get the background prints. How many do you get in that, Barbara? Do you know?
Oh, you get, on the top there, you get 21, there it is, 21 tags and 21 toppers.
And 21 of the toppers. The toppers are 6 by 4.5, OK?
So you can see here, I'm just picking up that grey dotted, really, this is very faded. I probably should have gone a bit darker on that, but it will do the job nicely for me.
OK. We've only got a few of these in stock, though. If you want them, 21 of the larger and 21 of the smaller. All those beautiful printed backgrounds as designed by Barbara for you. There we go.
So just humour me with this, because I know I'm jumping around, but you'll see in a moment that it's transformational. I don't just want to work on this card. I want to show you another effect, right? So let's just take this now, and while we're working on that one, let's go to the dragonflies. Let's just finish this off now.
And they come with the branches and twigs.
So let's take that dragonfly there. We'll just, let me see, no, I want to go with that one there. Let's take, I'm going to keep it simple. Right, take that one, and let's just use this dragonfly now, like that, and I'm going to go for it so I can see what I'm doing, and you can see what I'm doing, yeah? Perhaps I'll go for a grey on this, so you can see it, maybe it will stamp up darker, yeah? Let's see what we've got.
Again, this is an archival ink.
So let's just stamp it onto the white so you can see what's gone on here. Oh, do you know what I've got underneath?
You've got your mount.
Mount under. I thought, what's happened here? Right, let's go there. Always stamp, top tip, always stamp on a flat surface.
Yeah.
There you go, that's more like
Perfect.
it. Right, so now let's take this dragonfly, and we're going to pop that dragonfly right there, like so. There we go, that's nice. Right, now, if, for example, you think to yourself, I'm not thrilled with the way that twig worked out, right? Then grab another twig. Take another twig.
Use the pointillism technique for the dragonflies as well?
Yes, I did.
The dotty technique.
Yeah. So let's take another twig, and let's try again. Because I'm thinking, I wish I'd had a little bit more depth on the twigs. Do you know what I mean?
All right. Yeah.
So let's take a bit of darkness, and let's take a bit of brown, and let's just... So it's not over until it's over. Do you see what I mean?
Well, there's no rule as to how many twigs need to be in the scene.
No, not at all. So let's just see if that one works a bit better. Yeah, that's more like it. So you can see how you can start to build your scene. Now, we've got that dragonfly. Let's take another little dragonfly, and let's see if I take, what have I got here? That little one there. So I'm going to use a small dragonfly there, and I think I'm going to go for...
So you're building up depth and perspective in the scene as well.
Exactly. Yeah. And I'm laying the dragonfly down where I'd like to see it. Yeah? And then I'm going to just... Let's stamp it onto a... Let's make sure it works first. That's it.
I've not seen this tool before.
What, stamp pen?
No.
Oh, game changer.
These are great.
Game changer.
I mean, I know...
You can swivel with them so you can see...
They look like very much your Pergamano tools.
Yes.
From the same... But they've got a little acrylic plate on the end.
For the small stamps, they're absolutely amazing.
Do you fancy a £5 off? You're going to get 4 of them. So if you've got lots of small little stamps and you struggle to stamp using bigger blocks, then these are great.
They're absolutely marvellous.
4 for £20. Brilliant.
No, they're absolutely fantastic for the small pens, for the small stamps, and we will look at those in more detail in a minute. But you can see here now. So you can see how dark and... It's just beautiful. In fact, perhaps I could show you on the stamp pens. Let me take a couple of the flowers, because what's great about this, let me show you this. You see there's a little flower like that. And you can swivel so you can see on the stamp pen where you want to set it. Do you see?
Yeah.
So I can go like that.
All the way through the block.
Yeah. Look how you can... Precision...
Absolutely.
Even though the branch... maybe came out a little bit faded. Look how cool this is. Now I'm using one flat. Let me use another one. So I've already
never seen
pre-mounted
these tools before.
These blew the doors off. We launched them. Gosh, when was it now? Not long ago, actually. A few months ago.
January it was.
January. Was it?
2025.
January. 2025. Yeah, about a year ago. But you can see how these work just beautifully. So you can position your tiny little stamps.
Now, you know, you said they blew the doors off. Now, we've actually got more people want these tools than we've actually got stock now. I'd go for multiples if I were you. £20 for all those tiny little stamps that you struggle to use. Maybe you can use them, but you just don't get a really good result from a big acrylic block with a small stamp. These are going to be perfect. £20 for 4. They've all got a little acrylic plate on the bottom of each of the pens, and that's YS1G74. Excellent.
So now we're going to let that one dry. We'll come back to that one.
Okay.
Right, now we're going back to the one that we did with the moon. So we'll go back to the moon one.
That moon is so effective. Just using the mask and a little bit of ink?
Little bit of ink, little bit of ink. So I can take the same branches, if I want to. I could take the same branches, or I can build another composition. So what you can do is, you see, let's take our branches, and I can replace them on here. If you've got one of these mega mounts, once again, you just take your branches as you'd like to see them. So you peel them off here. They bend, they sit beautifully on here. Say I want to pop that one there like so. So now I'm just putting it where I want to see it.
And you know, twiddling them so that they're going in different directions or make them look like totally different branches.
You can. If it's windy, just bring the branch over. You can make it sit like that. You can always come in with different ones afterwards. But let's just get the basis done.
The moon masks are proving really popular at only £6.50. Remember, 1 P&P per day with us at HobbyMaker. That's what we do every single day that we're on air. You can buy from Amanda a bit later on. You can buy, of course, from Barbara right now and from Phil a bit later too. You only pay 1 P&P for all your orders to be delivered.
Isn't that great?
Yes, brilliant.
It's very good, isn't it?
We love it.
So that's going to be, let's say, that's going to be my basis now. But like I said, you can pick all of them up with one of those big mounts like that. And now I know it's in the right place. I know where it's going to be. And now I can mount up. And I'm using, again, I'm going to use greys. And I'm going all the way through like this.
Do you clean your stamps, or do you just use them?
Not really.
No?
Not with archivals. Not, you know, I don't think I need to. These are fast-drying ink pads, though. Right. So what you do want to do with a new ink pad, let's say, because obviously it's quite a lot of ink that I'm using here, isn't it? What I would suggest is that we take we season. So we're going to go like that. You know, like before, when I just stamped it, I didn't warm up the stamp, which is why it didn't come out very well.
Okay.
Right, so if I do this, now I can check that it's all in the right place, that I like where it is, and the ink is good.
Do a dummy run.
So I'm doing a dummy run.
Okay.
Right, one for test and one for best.
Okay.
Right, so now I know that's going to work. I'm happy with that. I'm going to go back on the grey. Large is good. So I'm going to go back on that with that one, and I'm going to add, let's say I've got the watering can, or any grey will do, and then I'm going to go in with my ground brown, my espresso, just to change the colour up a little bit, warm it up to mix with the background. And then if I pop that in there, and then I'll just go, right, that'll do, like that.
I love how easy it is to see exactly what it's going to look like. Before you even put any pressure down, you can see what it's going to look like after you've stamped.
Well, yeah, because you've laid it up
Exactly,
you've already done your composition on the handle before you even begin. And then once you've got all this in place, then you can just lift this off, and you've got your basis, haven't you?
Love it.
You've got a start. Now, if I want to add more, I've still got this one on here. So for the sake of speed, just for today, I'm going to take that same one, which is the one that I used here. Yeah? And I'm going to take that one, and I'm just going to stamp that. I don't have to use the whole lot, see? And I can bring it across like that much. I don't need all of it. I just want the top part.
Yeah, so if you're looking at that twig or branch thinking, oh, it's too long, just don't use all of it.
And put a bit of ink on it. I find that helps as well. Thing is, though, it's a forest. Since I've brought these stamps out, all I've been doing is staring at the woods, looking at how it works, you know, and what it looks like when it's being stamped up.
Well, I hope you can see just how much you're going to use these and how effective they are. We're down to single-figure stock now for the Dragonflies and the Branches and the Twigs. Yeah, absolutely. Do we know how many stamps there are in total in that collection? 54 total stamps, some small ones as well, which is why you may want to go for those little tools that we showed you a few minutes ago. And then the Elements Earth card pack, the backgrounds that Barbara's brilliantly done for you, they come with it, and they're a freebie in that bundle because you're not paying for those, basically. We're down to single-figure stock, though. 53.46 is your price, OF1G76. I'll tell you what, did you want to carry on, or should we take a quick break? Or
Can I just put the birds in, and then I'm done? Because the birds are the pièce de résistance, and that's when you use your stamp pen.
OK, brilliant.
You know, like one little stamp says it all. It's the storyteller. So in here, we've got a couple of little birds. I've got that one, and I've got the one in flight. So I'm going to take my stamp pen, and I'm just going to pick that up so I can see it, right? And I'll pick this one up so I can see it.
Right.
And then I think I'm going to go with the grey, because this definitely has come out as a grey. So let's have a look, because I want to put the little one on the branch, on that branch.
Why has no one done this before? These pens are so clever. So the tiny stamps.
So I've got a tiny stamp. So that's the same, one for test and one for best?
Yep.
So I can pop that on there, give a little wiggle. Bingo.
There he is.
Yeah, there he is. So we're just going to take a bit of grey, take your time. I'm going to go quiet now. And I'm just going to hover with the handle till I'm happy with the position, and there he is. So there he is, and where's his friend?
And he's the focal point of the whole scene.
He says it all, doesn't he? So then we take that one, that's nice. Make sure he's pointing in the right direction, and then I'm going to pop him in there, little wiggle. So
that could be a robin, that could be a swift.
Nice, eh?
Beautiful.
Just give him little legs. There we are. So he's on there now.
Love it.
So you can see how easy this is to finish. And then to actually end... Can I just do a bit of project completion?
Of course you can.
Two little finishing tricks. First one, take the colour that fits. Then these Perga colours, we've got these on the show. That's it. There are 30. You've got a bullet end, and you've got a really fine end. We tend to always seem to... It's funny how we always go for the bright colours, but the greys and the blacks and the browns are fantastic. Like, if I take this and I run that down that side, I just dig in there and I run down this side like so. And you don't have to use a ruler, but it ties in beautifully with the colour that I've used in the background there.
It makes a big difference. It almost looks like it's been matted and layered.
So when you mount this on here, you can see...
Oh, yeah.
There it is. It's already there.
Now, remember, these Pergamano pens, they're suitable, obviously, for cardstock. That's what we used here today. But also, if you are into your parchment as well, you can use them to colour parchment too.
Marvellous.
And you've got a total of 30 pens, double-ended pens in there, all the colours that you need, top quality, as you'd expect from Barbara and Pergamano, which is part of Clarity. £31, 49 pence gets you those. WX1G37, your item number.
Right, super easy finishing tricks again. OK, so let's just look at the finishing on this card. If I open this up, this is Northern Lights companion paper. Now, we happen to have a fantastic offer on the companion papers.
We do.
They are matching, but they also match this kind of paper. So you can see there's a little line going through here, and then that is the message, and it just sits beautifully on that dark area there. Talking about Pergamano, these are polychromos.
OK.
Right, beautiful. I'm just going to... Because I'm going to take out the colour in the background, which is a pink, and then I'm just going to add a little flash of polychromos pink, which is... Look, you really don't need much, just a little scribble. You could even add a little bit in the flowers, just to give it a little bit of a flash of... so that it all belongs together, you know? Look, these three... damselflies or dragonflies, there you go. You just bring them to life by turning... See, the colour just brings the background round. And then this one, I'm going to go... You could go with grey or brown. It's the same trick again. You know, you just take your bullet end... can I just say, see, watch where my fingers are. OK. These fingers here, it's worth knowing this, they're leaning down on the artwork. So when I go like that and I go down, this keeps that straight. Right, got you. So otherwise, there's a tendency, you think you're going to go careering into the work. So you hold it like that, and these three fingers hold it tight. Keep it flat, keep it moving.
See why I called these 2 hours a masterclass with Barbara?
Yeah.
Top tips.
But how easy were these two pieces of artwork?
That is my type of card, I must admit.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
And then all you've got is that, and that. There we are.
OK, well, I've got to let you know, if you want the twigs and branches, when you look at them, you might think, well, why do I need those? How am I going to use those? When would I use them? The answer is you'll use them probably every day you're card making, because there are branches and twigs everywhere, aren't there? And you can have them going vertically, horizontally, diagonally. If you do want them, remember, you're going to get the Elements cardstock, A5 cardstock, pre-designed by Barbara, all done for you as a free gift, because you're not paying for that, OK? So the bundle coming up on the screen, we've got a handful of them left now. You get the Dragonflies and the twigs and branches. There are 3 remaining. That is it at £53 and 46 pence. I know. Busy, busy, busy. Wow. OF1G76. We'll take a short break. We'll reset and we'll get ready for our next demonstration, going back to the other brand new stamps that we've got in the show today. That's after this, so we'll see you in about a minute.
Found something you love on HobbyMaker? Ordering is super simple. Order online at hobbymaker.com, quick, secure and open 24/7. Prefer your phone? Use the HobbyMaker app or call our friendly team on 0800 00 14433. And the best bit, everyone pays the final lowest price. Ordering made easy at HobbyMaker.
When you purchase anything on HobbyMaker, you have a 30-day money-back guarantee, meaning that you can shop with confidence. Happy shopping with HobbyMaker.
We believe in making your shopping experience as seamless as possible. That's why you'll only ever pay one postage and packaging fee, no matter how many times you order in a day. One day, one fee, unlimited potential.
Did you know you can spread the cost on selected items with split pay? Spread the cost over 2, 3, 4, or even 5 preset interest-free monthly payments. It's an easy way to get what you love with no interest and no fuss, so you can shop your way with split pay.
Hope you're enjoying the show. I certainly am. I know Barbara is as well. And we're having such a busy show. We're having such a busy birthday celebration, actually. The whole of this month has been absolutely bonkers, in a good way. I've got to let you know, the branches and twigs and the dragonflies have now sold out. They are available on extended dispatch. We did kind of preempt the fact this might be a very, very busy show. The good news is you've only got to wait a week. It's only a week's extended dispatch, so it's dispatched from the, what date? 19th of March, and we're now the 11th. So, yeah, just basically over a week. So if you're thinking, I really, really want those twigs and branches, I can see where Barbara's coming from with that. The Elements cardstock as well, remember, that's your free gift. If you want that today, it will be with you shortly after the 19th of March, all right? But it's still available. That's the most important thing, FY1G37. Now, the other stamp set that we showed you at the beginning of the show are Flowers and Butterflies, the round ones with the mask and the stencils. They now are only available on extended dispatch as well. They sold out from the preview. There's the code. It's a different code to what we had originally. Again, it will be with you shortly after the 19th of March, and we'll go through those in more detail fairly soon. It is RV1G83 is your item number if you want those, and they'll be with you just after the 19th. Now, there's one thing that we didn't actually finish off from the previous demonstration that Barbara wanted to touch on quickly. It was this one, wasn't it?
Yeah, because with the dragonflies and the branches and twigs, I don't want our friends at home to think that they only work on those really arty backgrounds.
Yeah.
So what I did was I took some popular colourful backgrounds that we already have, which are those Barbara's landscapes and backdrops that I did ages ago with alcohol inks. And then you can see here, this is exactly the same layout, exactly the same card as was on the brown, but it looks completely different in light spring colours.
Yeah, exactly. More kind of lavenders and lilacs and that sort of thing. Yeah,
and you can pick any one of those in these sets. So what you get when you buy this particular set, you get these marvellous 7x7s. That's this particular bundle here, Barbara's Landscapes backdrop prints.
Yep.
And then you also get,
these,
which is really cool, are the
toppers and tags.
The toppers and the tiny little tags for your mini-mates.
Don't they look like Polaroid photos?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they're perfect for putting words or messages down the bottom.
Yeah.
Or turning it round and putting that to the top. But they're really cool for use with these.
So you're going to get all 42 of them, 21 in each pack there for just £25.24. They're on a special offer as well, of course. If you bought anything already, you can forget about any more P&P for the whole day. It's just one P&P for all of your orders. So grab those while we've got them. And remember, we've got 2 sets of brand new circular stamps with a Japanese twist to the design. It's Japanese month for clarity. It's our birthday month for us, so put the two together and you could just get a marriage of great offers and fantastic designs. So the other circular ones here, the butterflies and the birds, they now are on extended dispatch and they are coming up on the butterflies. There we go. Yeah, the butterflies and flowers. So that set there, they are on extended dispatch. You get all 3 of the stencils. You get all 3 masks to mask off the stamps, obviously, and you get the positive and the negative in the stamps too. If I just go and get the boards quickly, you can see exactly what the stamps will do for you. So here we go. These are lovely. And they kind of follow on from the dragonflies a little bit that we had with the branches, don't they?
They really do. The whole show has a similar flavour. And you can see here, they're really lovely. And what you've got here is like the title of the stamp is love. This one is peace. So those lovely Japanese signs. And the translation underneath, one, it tells you which way up the symbol goes, and 2, they're very easy to mask off. If you want to mask off the translation and just use the beautiful symbol, then you can. Because I think that their writing is art in and of itself.
Absolutely it is. And also, you can leave it to the recipient to work out what it actually says. They can do a bit of research.
Yes.
Yeah.
Google's
a wonderful thing. £59.72 then. It's not on 2-way split pay, which it was going to be. Because it's our birthday, we twisted Cat's arm upstairs to put it on 3-way split pay. So it's only £19.90 today, plus your P&P unless you've already paid it. And then next month, we automatically take the next payment and then the final payment in 2 months' time. Right, Barbara.
So I thought that it would be good to put the birds through their paces so you can see how the birds work. Now, what I'm going to show you with this little bird, you can do with all the butterflies and all the birds.
OK.
So I'm just going to show you how it works with loads of little tricks and tips.
So this is the bird stamps, and I'll go and get the stamp boards for those as well, quickly. We've given Barbara basically the whole studio today, so she's spread it out.
I'm a lucky girl.
2 hours, absolutely.
I'm a lucky girl.
So this is the other one, very similar to what I've just shown you with the butterflies, but these are the birds, OK? Beautiful Japanese-style birds.
There we are. So that's a lovebird. You can see that the flowers are almost like hearts, which tells you that that's the lovebird.
Absolutely. That's the lovebird.
Yep. And this is the dream bird, which is quite whimsical. And the flowers that are around the outside, they are exactly the same size as what's on the inside. The bird as well. So you can use the bird as an infill or an independently.
Mm-hmm. And then the last one
is a songbird, upside down.
Upside down songbird. Sorry.
Upside down songbird.
There you go.
There you go. And that's the one that we're going to play with. So that one's obviously in full song there. And I want to show you a little trick with all those little infill stamps. You see the little black images?
Mm-hmm.
So they actually are the colouring in stamps for the rounds or for the independent little stamps. So the black stamps are always the infill stamps, if you like.
Now, we've only seen these at the beginning of the show. You get 52 stamps in total, but remember, if you buy the main collection that's on the screen, you're also going to get the coordinating stencils that are designed to fit around the stamps beautifully, and you get the masks as well included, and they're reusable again and again and again. You can see the masks just tucked behind the stamps there. So £59.72 on three-way split pay. 35% of the stock has gone. That's with literally showing them to you for about 2 or 3 minutes at the beginning of the show. When you see them in action, we're probably going to have another sellout fairly soon.
These are beautiful.
They're gorgeous.
They are, and they are very new on the Clarity block.
Right. Good.
So I drew these this year.
Yeah.
They're like the latest release. So if we just take a look at this little card here, you'll see the song bird. Mm-hmm. And also, what's interesting, and I want to point this out, is the circular wrap. Now, these circular wrap sentiments, they work. We've got them on the show as well. Excuse my head, forgive me. Wishing you love, health and happiness. Yep. A little bird told me it's your special day. Sending you love and best wishes today. Here's hoping you have a great birthday.
Now, they work with the moon as well, wouldn't they?
They work with the moon, they work with the masks, and they work with the butterfly stamps.
Now, already, Crafter in Lanarkshire, Debbie in Cirencester, Crafter in Cheshire, Crafter in the Isle of Wight, all finding these stamps already before we even got to them. And I suppose if you stamp them twice, would they make a complete circle?
They do indeed.
Right. Okay.
I'll show you that.
Great.
I'll show you that. So let's say, for example, we've got this here. Now, I've mocked them up just on copy paper. We're going to be using this premium card. Okay. Right, so you get 200 3.5 by 3.5. These are fantastic little toppers. Oh, there's brilliant. Your double. There's your double. You see when you go round all the way around with the thing. But these 3.5 by 3.5, I use it all the time. It's just that's 3.5 by 3.5. It just sits perfectly. I
love the size of that card as well.
Yeah, it's just ideal. Yeah. But you can see here the way that, just to show you how these circular round sentiments, how they sit on the stamps. So when the bird's tail sweeps out, I like less is more, you see. I'm a less is more kind of girl. I like wishing you luck. That's fine for me. Then there's one that goes all the way around. That looks lovely too, you know. Then we've got a little bird told me it's your special day. Now, this is the thing. Look, these are the butterfly ones. I wanted to show you. It's easier to show you. You can see here the butterfly, again, it goes all the way around. And those two dots, if you look here, you'll see that either side of the sentiment, they've got there are a couple of registration dots. And they are what help you line it up. I'll show you how to do that in a moment. But you can see how lovely they are.
Absolutely. Just a quick word, the Pergamano stamping pens that we had earlier on with the little acrylic mats on the end there, they've now sold out.
No surprise.
Have we got the delayed dispatch on those? We have. OK, so we've got these on delayed dispatch now. If you love the idea of having the little acrylic block on the end of a pen, basically, clever idea. They're £20. You're going to get all 4 of them. They'll be with you shortly after the 18th of March. So a day sooner than the other stamps. And we're going to match that price with £20. There we go. So for all your small stamps, I know we had Cardio on yesterday, we've got Clarity today. I know loads of you have got tiny stamps. They're the easiest way to get the best results when you're stamping, basically.
Well, and the thing about having them on a pen, this is why they're so ergonomic. Because they're on a pen, all of us know how to hold... Well, we know how to hold a pen. Yeah. And the thing is, and I'll show you in a minute when I'm filling in the leaves, they're brilliant because you can twizzle with the pen. Rather than having to move the artwork, now you can move the pen. So let's say, for example, I've taken my 3.5 by 3.5 inch and I'm making a little batch of cards because I'm going to sell them. I'm going to sell these in a little set of notelets. And that's why they will be so perfect.
Yes.
Right?
Perfect for notelets.
Little set of notelets. They always sell. People love having a little ready-made.
Oh, my mum does. She lives for notelets. Loves
Precisely.
them. Yeah.
So let's say, for example, I'm just going to bring this down a little bit. There we go. And we'll just stamp this one up. So I've got lots of little tricks I want to show you. But the first thing I want to do is show you a trick on how to put the words around the outside. I think that's the key.
Okay.
Let's do that first, get that out of the way. Right. So let's just stamp this in, make sure that we've got a good image. We'll rub the back, make sure that we catch the whole thing.
Now, the semicircular verses, just so you know, you've got wishing you love, health and happiness. A little bird told me it's your special day. Perfect to go with these, obviously.
Yeah.
Sending you love and best wishes today. And here's hoping you have a great birthday, OK? So if you want those semicircular verses that will make, if you stamp them twice, a full circle, only £11.49.
So let's say we want to say we're going to use the one at the top. That'll do. Right, so you can see it stretches. But when I lay it down, it finds its place. It just finds its place.
Half stock gone of those semicircular verses.
Half a stock, is it?
Yeah.
Right, so now I need, just bear with me a second,
Right.
while I find, I've got so, oh, here it is. I've got so much going on here. Right, so now I've got my mount. This is perfect like that, OK?
Yep.
And then I'm just going to set that on there like that. Right, now that's got to go round here. So that's a lot to think about. Let me show you a trick. I've decided I want to use this one. Wishing you love, health and happiness.
Yep.
Love that. Now, do I want it there? Do I want it there? How do I want it to go, right? So now I'm going to decide. I've decided. Now, watch this. I'm using this plastic sheet. So I've decided I'm turning it round because it's definitely going to give me the same gig.
Now,
If
we're
I
down to single figure stock on these now. Semicircular sentiments.
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh.
I say. Right. So let's say I've decided I want to... I'm looking now at where it would look best. I like it at a jaunty angle like that. Yeah? So, OK, so what I'm going to do then, I'm going to take my... Watch this. I'm going to take my pen. I need to have... Because I was thinking, how do I get the points there so I know where to line it up?
Right.
Right, so I came up with this. So you just got to think about it, haven't you? So I take my grey pen and I'm going to make, on the front side, I'm going to make a mark on those two little registrations with this pen.
OK.
Right? That'll do. It's plastic, isn't it? Then I'm going to turn it round, because it's symmetrical, and then I'm just going to lay that down like that, and then I'm just going to hover around until I'm happy. See, I think that's about bang on.
Okay.
Do you see?
Yeah.
Then I'm going to press and transfer the ink.
You come up with the best ideas, you really do.
Ta-da! So those little dots, that's all I need. That's all I need. I'll wipe that with my hands. Right, good to go. So now I've got my dots. So when I ink this up and pop this on here, all I've got to look at is those two dots. I haven't got to worry about whether I've got the curve right or any of that, because it's going to work a treat.
Love it.
That's my theory, and I'm sticking to it.
OK, now, we've got more people wanting these than we actually have stock, so please check your baskets out. We're going to see if we can get any more stock of that on extended dispatch, but Marie-Claire, Sylvia, Paula, Judith, Linda, check out your baskets. Hope you get them.
Are you going to watch me do this, then?
Yeah.
My little masterpiece here.
Oh, yeah.
That'll teach me. You watch, it'll go wrong now.
I've got
Right.
faith.
So I've got that. I'm just looking at those two little dots. I'm going to check that dot there. I'm going to check that dot there. I'm coming down. I'm not worried about anything else except those two little dots, because that's all I had to worry about. And then when I pressed that in there, I maybe came over a little bit because I was being cocky, but that's all right. It's good enough.
That's
You
fabulous.
get it.
I get it.
You get it. It was miles out. But I just wanted to show you how it works.
Yeah, love 'em.
Okay? So that's how that works. Look, I'll show you one that worked properly.
Perfect. Gorgeous.
That's nice, isn't it?
OK, the next three of you will be lucky to get the ones for immediate dispatch. Then we'll be able to do delayed dispatch, which will be, I think, the 19th. So, yeah, please check out your baskets if you want the semicircular sentiments.
Now, this is where... Have we still got some of those stamp pens in stock? Have we said that we've still got some?
We have, on delayed
We
dispatch.
have?
Yeah.
OK, marvellous. So I'm going to grab a couple of these because I need these now to do my next trick.
OK.
Are we still all right to carry on with this?
Yeah, we're still good. Yep.
Yeah? Right, so this is cool. I'm going to take another piece of that 3.5 by 3.5. And now I've got my let's put this on a piece of card so that you can see it. Right, now you can see what I'm doing. OK, so the first thing I need to do, before I do that, let's get the colour right. I'm going to use a spice marmalade, just one colour. OK, that'll do. And then I'm going to get my bird stamp. I'll get my bird sorted first. So I'm going to put my bird in here. So I'm going to mount my bird up like that. And now I'm using this yellow. I'm going to use my orange. So I've got my orange ink pad, my little oxide. And then I've got my spot-on sponge. So I'm just going to ink up the spot-on sponge like that. Right, so the spot-on sponge is like a blender now. OK. So I'm going to do a bit of that. And then I'll stamp this. Let's stamp it over here. Remember I said one for test and one for best?
Absolutely.
Can you see this all right? Right, nice.
OK.
OK, so that's that one. So I know the stamp's all right. Now I'm going to add a little bit more ink. After a while, there'll be enough ink on here that it becomes the actual dispenser for the ink.
OK.
Yeah, that's quite cool. You know, you said about, do I wash my stamps? This is the one where I would wash my stamp.
OK.
So I'm looking at 2 different registration points, and then I shall drop it in. So instant colour.
Look at that. You don't have to colour it, the stamp does it for you. Now, the blocks that Barbara was using then, we've got those as a set available as well.
We have.
There we go. Here they
Voila.
come. Now, these are great. Again, if you struggle with ordinary acrylic blocks, then you won't struggle with these at all. Now, you've actually got a hang on a sec, 75 by 70 mil large square. You get 3 of those, I think. Is it?
Open the box and have a look.
You're getting 10 in total. Wow. Didn't think you got that many.
So you get, look, there you go. You get a really good selection of mounts.
3 large, 3 medium and 3 small. And then you get a horizontal one as well. But these are designed so that they make them really, really easy to hold on to.
Yeah.